29, 2012. The meeting will now come to order. All the members are present, so we do have a quorum. We have several things on the agenda this evening, and the first of which is to approve some minutes of some past meetings. Do all the members have the minutes for November 29, 2011 regular meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Have we all had a chance to read them?
Just make a
Any questions?
Chairman, I'd like to thank Bruce doing a good job on that. It's a very lengthy meeting, and he did a good job on understanding the American English that was being spoken that evening. And with that, I'll make a motion to accept the November 29th minutes as submitted.
You don't think we should reread them here before we accept them?
40 pages, right?
Not this evening.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded that the minutes be approved. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? None. The minutes are approved as presented to us. Second, we have the minutes for February 28, 2012. Has everyone had a chance to read those minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions? I'll entertain a motion.
With that, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
I'll second.
And it's been seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And those opposed? It shall be granted that they are passed as presented to us. We do not have any old business this evening, so we'll go right to the new business. We have 2 items of new business this evening. The first one is special exception for a home daycare to be located at 109 Alice Avenue, R2 zoning district, property owned by Ali Agil, and I hope that pronunciation is even somewhat close. And we have the documentation that was presented to us. Do we have a representation from that petitioner present this evening? There is no one present?
No, sir. Actually, Ms. Akil asked to have her application withdrawn at the last minute. She doesn't have enough time to get everything in order, and we may revisit this come August.
Come August, okay. We will consider that withdrawn then for the time being. I do have one question, though, while we're talking about that one, and it just pertains to the rules. On the documentation that was presented, someone had circled daycare centers and wrote only applicable to 13 kids and more. Do you know who wrote that?
I did.
Did you? Is it a fact that the standards that are in our book only pertain to daycares for 13 children or more?
The additional standards that are listed in the packet there are only for, as far as our definitions go, then they were amended several years ago so that a daycare center is 13 or more children. And that's where you have the additional standards that come into play.
Okay.
And that's different from the home daycare?
Right.
Okay.
So anything between 6 and 12 falls into the home daycare, and 13 and more is the daycare center. And our definitions mirror the ones that the state has.
Right.
So
I didn't know because, the state has their standards and then various counties have their standards.
Right.
And so just to make sure that I'm correct, in subparagraph F on page 165, specific standards for daycare centers.
Right.
That's 13 children or more.
yes.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move to the second item of new business. Special exception for home daycare to be located at 2035 Abingdon Drive, property owned by Sherry Daniels. Is someone, the petitioner, here for that? Okay. Kristen, would you give us your report, please?
Sure. The applicant, Ms. Sherry Daniels, is asking for a special exception to operate a small in-home daycare with a maximum of 7 children at her place of residence at 2035 Abingdon Drive. Her parcel is zoned R2, and an in-home daycare is a special exception in all residential districts, which is why she's here today. So she has, in your packet, you'll see an as-built survey showing her property, the surrounding properties, and I did give you a copy of the R2 regulations that show the permitted uses as special exceptions, number 7 being home daycare.
Okay. Ms. Sherry, would you come to the podium, please? Would you raise your right hand and be prepared to be sworn in by Mr. Richardson?
Hi, do you swear or promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Will you please state your name and address for the record, please?
Sherry Daniels, 2035 Abingdon Drive, Laverne, Tennessee.
Thank you.
Okay. All the board members have the application in front. Do any board members have any questions at this time?
I had one question about the sign.
Me too.
As I read this, and Kristen, will you correct me if I'm wrong, the size for a home sign, the maximum is 4 square feet?
Right.
That is correct.
Okay, so on the application, I think, Ms. Daniels, you had, it would not exceed 3 by 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think what the ordinance says, it can't exceed 4 total square feet.
Okay.
2 by 2.
Okay. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Are there any other questions by board members? I drove by the property there and
Yes,
drove around, saw the fence in the back there, and I noticed that you said you're going to increase the parking spot out in front by placing gravel there
Yes, sir.
and in time concrete it.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any other questions either. If there's no questions by the board, I'll entertain a motion to either approve or deny this appeal.
I'll make a motion to approve the special exception.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
It is moved and seconded that the appeal be approved. We'll take a voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Congratulations, the appeal is approved.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Is there any other business to come before the board? There being no further business, I announce that we stand adjourned.